Hi guys, sorry about the delay. We were just having problems with our stream, saying that we were too slow, so I don't know what was going on. But I think it's right now. We're also not sure about our audio. I think it's okay, but if you can give us a thumbs up, that would be great. Okay guys, I'm going to just switch us over now. Hey! Hopefully everything's working now. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
I don't know what
a
happened.
little bit of technical trouble. Right, so just to cut a long story short, we had a vote going on our community page.
Yep.
And there was 5 suggestions. We
Yeah.
had 2D, we had Bender from Futurama, the Terminator, Iron Man, and Spyro. Yeah, and it was without a doubt 2D the favourite. Okay. Over 50% of votes.
It is a cool character.
It is quite a cool character.
So if you don't know who 2D is, he is a character from the band Gorillaz, which is like a virtual band, and he looks like that. So the plan is to sculpt him. Someone asked earlier via email, I can't remember who it was, about are we going to do the body? So
that was 2D about.
Okay.
Yes, and you were saying yes. Go carry on. Yeah, it was 2D.
I assume it isn't the actual 2D.
No,
he could have come in. We could have actually sculpted.
I think 2D is Fiona Spencer.
Okay,
but I think she uses 2 avatars.
There's a lot of 2s there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a lot of 2s. Yeah, maybe that's a sign.
So what I will do is I'll do like I usually do with a sort of rough outline. I'll do the body as well, but we may just concentrate on the head today, and I'll sort of do a time-lapse version of doing the body.
Oh, okay.
Actually, while we're out, I did manage to do a bit more on the which I still haven't finished, but the one where is it? I'll just open it. The Dutch Dragon.
Oh, remix.
Remix.
I think that's its name, isn't it? Remix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you had that new. Oh bloody hell!
So I added a load of feathers.
You're liking that tool, aren't you?
Yeah.
I can see that's why you're using it.
But I still haven't finished it. Still got to do his. In fact, it crashed as well, which didn't help. I had finished the towel as well, and then it crashed out, which also meant I lost all the capture movie, so I'm not gonna have all that either, which is a bit annoying.
Which reminds me, I printed out that Demigorgon thing, didn't I? Yeah. I've actually picked away all the bloody supports.
Yeah.
Actually, he's come out really well.
Oh, is he?
Really well. And I mean, I didn't realise how thin he really was. The only bit which is a little bit naff is his hand, the one which goes backwards. The top of the fingers a little bit.
Yeah, they're so thin though.
They were.
I'm surprised you managed to do it.
But it took me hours.
Did it?
Because I literally just had to go through each strip. Because if you imagine, like they're minute of a millimetre.
Yeah.
And I literally had to peel it one layer at a time to get it off because I was frightened of breaking the bits. But it was good fun. Anyway.
Won't be doing any more then.
Not one of those. Just a few shout outs because we've got some new names in here. I thought was quite cool. So we had we got where is it? There was a really cool name in here, and I was going, oh, it's a new name. Now I can't find it. You carry on while I find the name.
Okay. Well,
there it is. Demonic Nuts.
Demonic
Nuts. We like that name. That's a really cool name. But yeah, welcome to our stream. And welcome to all the new guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello. You'll have to excuse me as well because I've got a cold, which I seem to have had for about 4 days now. 5 days. It's starting to get on my nerves. But yeah, I may cough ever so often. So I might as well get started then on what we're going to do today, which is 2D. and see, like I say, where we get. So we'll start with. So I will do the body, but we'll do it as a rough version of the body, and then if we get time, we'll start to add detail there as well. But for now, it'll just be the head that we'll concentrate on. Yeah. So the other problem with being ill is I find my brain stops working, which doesn't work very well even at the best of times. But yeah, I'm totally don't even know what I'm meant to be doing. I'm meant to be restarting this, but for some reason I can't even get that to do it. There you go.
Fulcrum's in the room. Hello,
Yay.
Fulcrum. King of Bees is in the room. Turkey Boy 93. Rebecca Pearson's in the room and moderating as always.
Excellent.
And we missed you the last few streams, having to do the moderating ourselves. So thank you very much for coming back, Rebecca. Moshin Ali May. I think that's quite a new name. I'm not that familiar with that one. So welcome to the room. I'm glad 2D's here, since it was 2D's suggestion to do 2D in the first place.
Oh yeah.
And if you could just confirm for us, 2D, are you Fiona Spencer, or is this a completely different 2D?
Another 2D.
It might be the real 2D.
Well, that
would be
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Bonnie Vlogs, nice to see you back. Trinity Wise, nice to see you back. Andrew Katz, hello.
Well, what I'll try and do is get up a full body version of him first of all, so we've got something to work from in terms of the proportions. Okay, I've got something to work from here. Oh, that's a bit weird. What's going on there? But why is it doing that?
There we go, that's better. Hey, the old ball, it's back. You've done ball for quite a while. You've always started with...
Didn't I do Demigorgon with the ball?
Oh, was it? I thought you started with the actual figure.
No.
No?
Oh, I don't know now. I can't remember. Anyway.
It's good to see the ball back.
So that's that's going to be his head.
Oh, yes. She is Fiona Spencer, 2D.
Oh, okay.
Eclipso, higher. Turkey Boy 93, yes, of course we remember you. That's why we just said it's glad to have you back. Guys, while Peter's just getting started with his ball, have you checked out the gallery yet? So if you haven't checked out the gallery, there is a link on in the cards on the upload, so you can click on the eye, and that will take you to the gallery. And remember to vote on your favourite submission. I know there's a few names in here who had artwork submitted. So yeah, support each other. Check out each other's channels when you see a shout out or you see people's artwork being submitted. Remember to dive over to their channel and say hello and click the subscribe button. It's all about supporting each other in our bubblegummy community. And also, we start needing suggestions, aren't we, for the next vote, for what we're going to be making next.
Yeah.
So if you want to drip feed those, that'd be great. I know that Rebecca will be keeping a close eye on what's being suggested. C. Gaming. What did you buy for $6? It says I bought it for $6. I'd like to know what he bought. It's just like it's sort of like the cliffhanger. It's dangling in the carrot, isn't it? Because I just missed the previous stream.
Better be interesting now then.
Yeah. Is that a maraca?
It does look a little like one, doesn't it? That's his head.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's meant to be. And this is going to be his hips, sort of. And he's got really long legs.
Sinkum's back as well.
Hey.
Sinkum's in the room.
So I'm going to attempt to make his legs as long as possible.
He's really, as you say, it's because the cartoon characters is about proportions are disproportionate.
Yeah.
So arms and legs are overemphasised.
Yeah, really. And as I've done before, this is really just a rough kind of guy. It's not meant to be like an exact copy. You can't really do that using these figures. It's almost like just a wireframe, like a, what are they called, armature,
Right.
which you would then add the clay on top of if you were doing it as real clay. But obviously this is all virtual, so we're going to be doing it in a virtual way.
See, I've been learning a little bit, or try to be learning a little bit about art these days, about the creative elements to
Been
art.
visiting galleries?
Funny enough, I walked past the National Portrait Gallery.
That doesn't really count, Stuart.
No.
No, you actually have to go into these things.
Oh,
actually.
okay. Well, yeah, but I look at the posters. Look at the posters. But no, I keep walking past it, and I thought it's free to go into. So why don't I just wander in one day and actually have a look? Because I don't mind looking at.
I don't know, Stuart. Why don't you?
I should do, really.
You should do, yes.
But
is that what you were going to say though?
No, it wasn't. Yeah. So, but like if you had a blank piece of paper and you wanted to, you want to paint something on it.
Yeah.
You block it out first. Don't you? You'll give it like a background wash or whatever. Yeah. And so when you're creating your wireframe, is that a similar sort of thing? Is he trying to create like a sort of a general?
Yeah, I guess so. You're kind of just working with the proportions, but like a rough guide of where it's like the foundation. So you're just laying down the rough guides of where you're going to build upon. But the great thing is it's so flexible, you can change it at any point. So no doubt when I start, but I already can see his head's too big compared to the rest of his body here, so I'll probably have to scale that down, which I might as well do now. Obviously that makes everything else a bit weird. But but once I start adding all the sort of virtual clay, that's when you'll kind of see things being. You'll be able to see the proportions a little bit more accurately and be able to then start going, well, that's still not right there, and you can then just start thinning things out, bulking things up.
We did that with another character who said, "Oh, I think that something's too big," and we ended up shutting it down. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. So you sort of. So the beauty with this is it's not set in stone, is it? You can just keep tinkering.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you sometimes say that you can over tinker?
Yeah, I mean, I think most artists would agree that your work's never finished. You're never completely satisfied with it. But that's what's quite good about these, in that there is that kind of, even though it's not a set deadline, there is that kind of deadline of getting them out for each week kind of thing. So, and I've obviously got loads of other things to do, so I never have time to sort of spend days on them. But you could quite easily, I think, I'd probably spend an average of, on each one, probably about sort of 5 hours until 5 or 6 hours. But you could easily spend, just totally spat everywhere there. You could quite easily spend, I reckon, a week just adding and you'd never get it done. And the thing is, the more you do of these, the more easier it becomes to do them. Sort of things like anything, practice makes perfect. And if you spend too long on just one, you're never going to really master that much, because you're always going to be tinkering with it. It's better to just start on a new thing and just start from scratch again and build from there. So yeah, I think that answered your question, did it? Or did it not? Or were you even listening to me?
No, I was just sorry.
Oh, right.
Sorry, no, I just 2D was just saying about something. So
okay.
No, yeah. Well, because I know that you're because the thing is, I know you because you're quite a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I know, like from an artist's point of view, you're never quite happy with it and all the rest of it. But I can see you spending hours just tinkering.
I think that nowadays I just don't have enough time.
I think it's a good thing.
Well, no, like I say, I think it is. I think it gives you restrictions, and it means that you're always moving on to the next thing. And I think, really, when I look back at the stuff I was doing 10 years ago, I remember spending like days and days on these characters that I'd be working on, and then I'd sort of tinker. But then I look at some of these that I knock out in like 2-3 hours now, and I think they're actually better than the ones that I spent days and days on. So it does show that if you do just constantly chuck stuff out, you're going to master stuff a lot quicker than if you're just trying to do one perfect character.
Yeah, I would say it's practice makes perfect, isn't it? And like you say, that you get so fluid with it. What would have taken you an hour before probably takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I still haven't I still haven't seen any suggestions on what we can make next time. No one's suggesting any characters.
Isn't that all based then on the community thing of just putting a vote up?
Yeah, but as in, because obviously we've lost 2D, haven't we? So I could put the same 4 back up, but we need
I see.
another
right,
one for them. Because ideally, what we would like to do is make it more of a democratic process, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, because people, they keep suggesting stuff, and we thought, well, it should be the Bubblegummies who actually choose what we are going to make.
Yeah.
Hence the vote. So keep an eye out on our community tab, guys, as well. That community tab is brilliant. It's a great way for us to keep in touch with you, and you to keep in touch with us as well. So it's I think, for an addition from YouTube, is probably the best update they've done in a long time.
It's a bit like Instagram, isn't it? Really, is it? Like, it's kind of like that kind of people commenting on. I know you've got comments obviously on videos and stuff, but you've got more. You can put pictures up and stuff, can't you? Stills.
Yeah, you got. I mean, it's the sort of stuff which you could used to have in cards. I still like the cards. I still like on the video. It's where people can interact with stuff. But well, we have. We've got. They're all coming in now. Okay, so a bubblegum Dalek.
That's an interesting one. Again, that's kind of a bit like the Iron Man and the Terminator one, where it's a kind of hard surface one. So it's where's the sort of natural thing to do in the sculpting package, like ZBrush, is to sort of create organic looking characters. Having a sort of hard surface character is quite an interesting one to do. Yeah. Who's that? Who's that? Derek? 'Cause Derek's well into his.
That was Warrior. Oh, okay. Yeah, hi Warrior. Sorry, I didn't say hello to you as you came into the room. John Sweden, what's the community channel? It's go to our channel, so it's Bubblegummonsters. There's a tab where it says videos, playlists, etc. What used to be called discussion is now called community, and it's like a feed, and we can update you. So that, yeah, it's a community tab on our channel page. If you go to the Bubblegum gallery we just released, and you click the eye on there, that would take you to the community page. And I also show you in the Bubblegum gallery the click process to get to the community page. So if you watch that one, that gives you an idea. In fact, saying that, I thought about doing, I just ran out of time at the weekend, but actually making a little video. So like we could actually insert it on here, so just like play it as like a public broadcast, public announcement.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Just silly little videos about things like that.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I could make a few, because there's quite a few things which we do time and time again. It would be easier just to make a polished video. Yeah. And then just say, right, okay, there it is. So okay, let's see some yeses for a Bubblegum Dalek. So if I get 5 yeses for a Bubblegum Dalek, I'll put it on the list.
Is it worth waiting just to see if there's any other suggestions as well, and then?
Well, we haven't had that many. We've got Molten Freddy.
A Molten. That's a bit like
with
Withered Freddy.
Yeah, which we've done before, haven't we? So there's a lot. There's a lot coming in saying, "Oh, can we make Freddy? Can we make Freddy?" So I thought, well, they're all the same. And we have done a Freddy, so I thought if we got support for the Dalek. Oh, no Dalek. King of Beans. King of Bees says no Dalek. Well, it still goes to a vote anyway on the page. All we're just asking for here is just a few ideas. It's five ideas. Otherwise, I'll just put the 4 in I had before and just add 1 from the one before that. Also, could you make my fan-made animatronic into a 3D printed model and send it to me? Really, unless you can actually produce it as an object file, Warrior. I need it as a 3D object file. That would be that's the only way I can print it. Community channel is not available to me. Not sure why. It says only a computers and the latest YouTube app. What I've got. Well, it depends on what you're watching it on then, because if you're watching it on the YouTube app on your phone, you can go to channels and it will say, in fact, I can do it here. So if you've got the YouTube app, so I'll go to YouTube app, and then what I'll do is I'll type in a channel, Bubblegummonsters, go to that channel. It says we're live at the moment. Are we live?
I think so.
I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you will see this, John. But you got home, videos, playlists, and just their community. You hit the community tab, and that's where you can vote. Okay. Hopefully that helps.
Okay, I'm just saving this out.
Right.
So this is 2D. And
how about a melting snowman, Bubblegummonster?
Oh, maybe we should do. Yeah, actually,
we should do a Christmas.
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe we should do a Christmas theme, because after all, it is Christmas in a few weeks. It's only like 2 weeks away, isn't it? Not far away at all. So yeah, maybe we should do like a Christmassy one.
The next one will be the 18th.
Okay. Oh, bye, Stuart. Stuart's gone. It's just like the way he just decided to walk off. Didn't explain where he's going at all. Will he be back? Who knows? Okay, so I'm just doing his feet. Yeah. Again, like I say, these aren't going to be. This isn't like what his final feet are going to look like. This is just a real basic look. Sorry, I can't answer any of your comments, though, man. I don't have the chat up, so unless I keep peering right over to Stuart's laptop, I won't be able to see what you guys are saying. But feel free, obviously, to chat amongst yourselves. I'm sure Stuart won't be long. Unless he really has just gone somewhere. Right, so yeah, I think I've got his sort of armature finished. So what we'll do now is we will create the sort of skin effect where it sort of fills it in with a clay kind of look. If I can find where that is again. Where is it? I can never remember. I think this is it. Okay, yeah. Make adaptive skin. There we go. And that one there. Okay, so yeah, so as you can see, it's a very basic shape at the moment, but we will start just filling in areas and trying to make it look a little bit more like an actual character rather than a funny looking stick man.
Oh, bye, King of Bees. So, are we going for that idea?
What's that? Christmas idea?
Yeah, the Christmas idea. We're going, and are we going for
a melted snowman?
Melted snowman.
No, let's have 5. Let's see if we can get 5 Christmas themed suggestions of a character. And it doesn't obviously have to be the obvious, because obviously there's like Father Christmas, but then there's Jack Skeleton, the Grinch. I'm just trying to think of other Christmassy type things. What's the evil Santa?
Evil Santa.
Yeah, what's the evil Santa called in? Can't remember.
I must admit, even in the short break, he is taking. I can see the proportions and what you're trying to do. It's taking shape.
Okay.
It's
cool. Yeah, hopefully.
It's got a golf ball for a head, though.
Yeah, it is pretty much like a golf ball, isn't it?
It does.
Yeah, not a golf ball anymore. Spear.
Stuart suggesting so far: Molten Freddy, Bubblegum Dalek, Springtrap, Rudolph Reindeer, and Melting Snowman. Krampus.
There
You go. Right, that's it. So. Shall I put Krampus down?
Well, yeah, you can put all
that's right. So
I think I just came up with all the ideas there.
Yeah,
all
so
5 of them.
Krampus, a Rudolph, a Snowman. So we need another 2. Santa's elf.
Yep.
Santa's elf. Okay, an elf. Just need 1 more. Not to glorify myself, but I suggest one of my characters. What about my dragon superhero I told you about? I don't know. Just want to see one of my characters immortalising Bubblegum. That's from Eric. Yeah, now that we could put that in on another one, because I think, as Peter's right, we're going to try and get into the Christmas
spirit.
Yeah. because the 18th would be the last
It's
live
really
making a
long,
Bubblegummonster, because then Monday's Christmas Day,
Right.
so we obviously won't be doing one on Christmas Day.
No.
So the following one would be would be New Year's Day,
Right.
which is also unlikely. So the next one would be the 8th of January. So it's 2 weeks off of making a Bubblegummonsters, and then we can.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be those ones we can then start introducing again. So we've got Elf, Billy and Mandy Vampire Santa, Make an Annoying Orange Type Pick,
That'd be quite an easy one.
Christmas Tree.
Is that a character though?
Is that a character? Yeah. That was Rebecca's suggestion.
Maybe if there's an evil Christmas tree with a big face or something.
Olaf from Frozen. Well, yep, that's. I could actually say Snowman stroke Olaf, couldn't I?
Yeah.
And we can then decide on like how that's going to work out. But I quite like Olaf.
Do you know what? I still haven't seen Frozen. Still haven't watched it.
Have you not seen it?
No, I've never seen it. Oh, I've seen bits of it. I've seen like 15 minutes of it when like I don't know, the kids are watching or something, but I've never actually sat and watched it. So I don't know if I'm missing anything or.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, you know because that's one thing which is a shame, because I'm waiting for Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah.
But he's got an iconic red and green jumper on, isn't he? He's like,
Dennis Menace.
yeah. Dennis and Mez is black and red, isn't it?
What's
I
Freddy
think
then?
Freddy's green and red.
Is it? Really? I thought it was black and red as well.
Is it? No, I thought it was green and red.
Is it? Okay. I thought it was
Ooh,
black
got
and
me
red.
thinking now. I thought it was green and red, but
Well, I thought only the other day when we were doing it, you were looking and you said, "Oh, it's weird
see.
because it's black and red, but in this picture it looks green and red, but it must be the light." I'm sure you were talking.
yeah,
about that.
that's right. But I meant as in it looked black, not green. Because I always thought it was green and red.
It might be, but I thought it was black and red.
Does anybody know? Can someone tell us?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking forward to printing him out, because I thought that was a really cool character. Bubblegummonsters, I don't know how to make 3D models, but if you just base it off the picture I sent you, it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, Warrior, I tell you what, mate, we'd love to, but as it's so much hard work. I mean, because obviously what Peter's doing now, essentially, is making that character, making 2D, and then he has to convert that into an object file, and then he sends it over to me to print. So it would almost be asking Peter to then redo it, but we can. It could end up in a vote one day, and then we could do it as that as a thing. He wants us to do one of his characters from Five Nights. He's made his character. He's done.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, just stick it in the vote.
But we can stick it in
Stick it in the vote,
and then we'll
if everyone wants me to make that, then we'll make that. But like you say, it's a diplomatic process now, so it needs to go through everyone.
Yes, it does. Yes, KG Master's in the room. Hello.
Ooh.
Thank you for joining. KG Master, is he not the one from Australia?
Yep.
Yep. So, what time would it be out there? It'd be 4:30.
I don't know. I mean, like, we've had this discussion before. I'm sure it obviously depends on what part of Australia you're from.
Yes.
Because it's massive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it varies, doesn't it, between 10 and 12 hours.
It must be quite similar to the US in some ways. I would have thought in terms of the difference in gaps between one side and the other, not in terms of the actual time itself. Do you get what I mean? No. What I mean is, as in, like, one side of America is a sort of 3 hour.
You mean
difference.
the time zones within the
within
the country? Yeah. So yes. See, this is great actually. Now we've got Warrior X269 talking to Bonnie Vlogs, because Bonnie Vlogs said that they could make it into a model for Warrior.
Okay.
And then so then it becomes an object file. So that's the idea of the community, guys, isn't it? It's you get to know each other and check each other's channels out.
Getting to know you, loving. So go breaking into the song then.
Okay, hold on. Rebecca's on it.
What?
We've got. She's putting all the options in front of me. So I've got Krampus, I've got Waldorf, I've got Snowman stroke Olaf, I've got an elf, and an evil Christmas tree. She says if you put in making a snowman into Google Assistant or ask Google Assistant making a snowman, it comes back with a sarcastic answer.
Comes out with a
sarcastic answer, yeah. That's what she says. She goes, don't ask Google Assistant, do you want to build a snowman, unless you want a sarcastic comment back.
I don't know what the sarcastic comment is though.
Yeah. I think it's a bit like Siri, isn't it? That comes up with stupid responses.
Does it?
Yeah, sometimes you just think, what the heck? These come out.
I think his legs are definitely long, but these are way too long. So I'm gonna just start playing around with that.
In England is my city. It is 3:36. I'm confused, Bonnie. Unless your city's called England.
Could be, or New England.
Warrior has to go. I'll see you later, Warrior. 2D says it's 12:35 here. That's your stateside though, because you normally watch us during your school, don't you?
Oh yeah.
What have you learned today at school? Oh, let's watch the Zbrush.
Well, at least it's educational, I suppose. You know, it's not like just someone vlogging, walking down the high street, showing everyone how great they are.
Yeah, what was I watching the other day, and I thought it just lacks substance. I can't remember what. Anyway, similar. It's a shame that Auntie Celeste isn't in the room, because I'd like to have seen her in here tonight. Say hello and well done on.
Well, she was the one that suggested the whatchamacallit, didn't she? The angel dragon.
Yes. Z29 or ZJ29. Hello. C. Gaming. I live in Russia and it's so cold. Yeah, well, it's been chilly here the last couple of days, but I'd like to know how cold it is in Russia.
Well, apparently here, I don't know exactly if it's right here, or somewhere in the UK tonight it's going to be -12. So I think that's pretty cold, but I think in Russia that's kind of like every day.
Didn't they had that news report from, is it Siberia?
I like the way you ask me as if I know,
yeah.
And I'm just like,
I'm trying to think.
Oh, yes.
But they literally
I'm part of your mind, Ed. What's going on?
They threw an empty glass. Well, an empty glass. They threw a glass of water into the air, and it instantly came down as snow.
Is that true?
Yeah, it was on a news report. It was that cold. They throw it in the air, and it just comes down as snow.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It's that cold.
I can see sort of how like bits of it would come down, like the particles that get small enough would freeze, but like most of it's a big clump of water, isn't it? So how would that come down? Wouldn't that just come down as like...
You would have thought it was ice, as lumps.
Yeah, well, just come down as water and then freeze on the floor, sort of thing.
That's if it's 32 degrees in Iowa. That's 2D.
That's nice. It's quite pleasant, isn't it? Then.
Yeah, that's not 32 degrees. That's not too bad. John Speeder is suggesting a Bubblegummonster shark. That's not very Christmassy though at the moment.
I'm going to put a Christmas hat on it.
Yeah, could do.
It's the most un-Christmas thing I could think of.
Can you imagine like a shark swimming with a Christmas hat on? Do you reckon it'll keep coming off?
Well, not if I had a bit of elastic on it.
I could put, but would that then not affect him opening his mouth? Could you go?
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's his main concern.
Yeah. Oh, daily fact. Alligators develop between 2,000 to 3,000 teeth in a lifetime.
Really? That's a lot of teeth. I assume they come out of their mouth as well. They don't all stay in there because that's a lot of teeth. Imagine having to brush all them.
Yeah. Well, I take it they're pretty full. Do they fall out all the time and keep going? Because don't sharks have like several rows of teeth,
they've got
don't
several
they?
rows, haven't they? Yeah.
Going back to sharks, there you go. See, John. I wouldn't mind doing a bubblegum monster shark. Again, that's another one which should go in the vote. I hope you guys are going to remember these because I'm going to be asking you next week what would you like for us to do in the first Bubblegum Monster of 2018. 2018.
I know.
Man, that has gone quick. Did you know that hamsters only blink one eye at a time?
No, but I can sort of imagine it because they are a bit weird looking. So I always remember when having a hamster, and then if you like try and stop them from escaping, you sort of hold them, and then their eyes start going. Yeah. And you're like, oh, if I carry on, their eyes are going to ping out with spring sort of.
Buddy Vlogs has got a Echo Dot.
Oh, cool. I don't know how useful they are. I suppose once you get in the habit of asking things, you just wouldn't stop, really, would you? But they are quite scary in a way as well, because they're always listening, aren't they? Always listening to what you're doing.
Ooh, this is a good one. We got one from John now, which might back up my water throwing one. But yes, if it gets below 35 and you sneeze, it will freeze. As you sneezing, so it'll instantly freeze.
Right.
When you pee, it will freeze when it's below -50. So it's below -50 and you pee, it will actually need to be broken off.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not being funny, but there's no way I'll be trying to do a wee if it's -50 outside, unless I absolutely had no choice at all. I think I'd just wet myself. Mine's that'd be worse when you just then.
Oh god, your trousers would be frozen to you. You'd be walking and you're trying to get stiff and you walk in the road. God, yeah, it's perfectly naturally. I'm peeing myself. Everyone's gonna know.
Don't think there'd be many people around at -50 in the Antarctic. All the polar bears right. He's wet himself.
What about Jack Frost as our final option?
Yeah.
Because it depends what you consider to be Jack Frost, because you've got Jack Frost as a snowman, haven't you? I see him as a character. I see him as a sort of a
snowman. Is he?
I didn't think he was a snowman, but they did a film, didn't they? Jack Frost.
Yeah, he wasn't a snowman in that.
Oh, was he not a snowman?
Oh, yes, he was, wasn't he? There's the one with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I always thought you meant the animation one. There was that one, and he was like a little boy. He was like sort of a Peter Pan sort of character.
Oh, Isaac has just said this is amazing.
Oh, thank you, Isaac. Is Isaac new to our Bubblegum Monsters? I don't know if he is.
I think he might be. I think he might be new to our Bubblegum Monsters. It's 7:15 already.
I know. I'll come on to his face in a minute. I'm just trying to bulk out the rough shapes of everything, so I've got something to work from. But yeah, I'm running out of time, aren't I? I better hurry up. So these are obviously going to be his feet, but these sort of like Converse. In fact, I think this is sponsored by this reference I've got here is from the video, one of the videos. I can't remember which it's called, but I think it was sponsored by Converse, so he would be wearing Converse shoes. And at the moment, he just looks like he's wearing slippers. So they definitely need some work. Unless Converse do bring out some clogs, then they're quite accurate.
I like the trousers though.
Oh, thanks.
That's sort of got the. It's got the shape there. You know what I mean? His legs and it's getting there. So I think because we're running out of time, we're going to take Jack Frost, but we'll take Jack Frost as the animated rather than the snowman, because we've got a snowman on there.
Yeah, otherwise it's pointless, isn't it? Yeah.
Jack Frost. So, in the vote, I'm going to be putting up I'll be putting it up tomorrow, more likely. This will be voting for next week, and the choices will be Krampus, Rudolph, Snowman, stroke Olaf, an elf, and Jack Frost.
Right.
So that's your 5. Peter would know this already, but I'm going to read it out anyway. An ant can carry 20 times its own body weight.
Where did that come from?
That came from Rebecca.
Oh, it's just the facts.
Just these facts are spilling in. I can guarantee it.
Why would I know that?
No, because you're quite good on things like that.
You almost said you're quite clever, and then you're like, no, I can't say that. I can't say he's clever.
No, but that's sort of like the things used to come out.
Which is randomly.
Randomly.
Everyone else is talking about the latest album by Britney Spears or something at the time, and I'm like, did you know an ant can carry 20 times its body weight? That's why I've got no friends.
Oh dear. John Sweeter says I can guarantee it. So, because his last thing was talking about Wii freezing, and Sneezy's freezing, and he can guarantee it. So it's obviously happened to him. And TSFM.
Oh, she's in the room.
You're in the room, which is good.
She must have heard you, Stuart.
Yeah, because I was saying that
her ears were burning.
What did I say about we was so pleased that you managed to become
the... You were so pleased you weren't in the room.
Yeah, that you got to be the featured channel this week on the gallery, and thank you for your comment.
Yeah, has she seen the gallery?
Yes, she did. Yeah,
okay.
She did respond. Yeah. Sperm whales don't chew their food; they actually suck it down their throat. Yep.
We could become like this Discovery Channel.
I know. Yeah, the new Discovery Channel, while making a bubblegum monster. Hey kids, look what you can learn.
Yeah. Quite an educational track. I was going to say we're quite an educational channel, but not in speech.
Yes,
because I struggle with that.
Butterflies can taste with their feet.
Do you know I've heard something like that?
See, I knew you would. Because
Yeah.
I said because you like all that nature stuff.
It is interesting, Stuart.
No.
About nature.
Yeah.
Right, I've just done a rough. Yeah, he needs some work, obviously, but let's just get his head kind of shaped out now, because that was obviously the most important part of his whole character.
Yeah, that's the telltales.
So just gonna get up another bit of reference here. So he's got a kind of heart-shaped head, hasn't he?
Hazelnut.
Hazelnut.
Mm. Okay. What do you say? Hazelnuts are like that, aren't they? Sort of,
yeah,
that sort of shape.
so, yeah.
Oh, heart-shaped or strawberry-shaped.
Yeah. And he's got a very he's almost got a monkey type shaped face, hasn't he? Like a chimpanzee.
I think Rebecca's been watching the Blue Planet or the Discovery Channel or something.
Oh right.
Because they're coming out thick and fast now. Sharks kill fewer than 10 people a year, while humans kill about 100 million sharks a year. 100 million sharks.
We are quite busy on the killing though, aren't we? Because I thought she was going to say, but humans kill like however many other humans. But I don't even think we can work that out because we kill so many people every year. I mean, when you think about it, we are just more like a virus, aren't we? We are really.
I was watching a film. Oh God, I think it's called Life. Have you seen it? It's a bit cheesy. It reminds me of, in fact, Alien, but just not anywhere
as good.
Nowhere near as good.
Okay.
And but essentially, yeah, it was an alien they found on Mars, and it starts then basically attacking everyone and killing everyone off. But their argument was it's because we are a virus. Right. You know, it sees us as a virus, as a thing. Squirrels cannot burp or vomit. You asked one.
That's why I know why I've never seen any little bits of vomit around trees and stuff.
That was me before whaling. There were 3. Yeah, I was going to say that whaling's a bad thing because 300,000 blue whales, but now in the world there's only 25,000.
Wow, that is
whaling, which is very sad. We need to look after our planet a little bit more. Did you know cats are starting to fly? So is it how hard you throw them out the window? No, I'm not
saying
advocating that.
So there was that horrible video that went round, didn't it? It went sort of viral last week, I think, of that horrible person that threw that cat. He threw it like this. I don't know. I think it was a little kitten. And threw it in the road. I didn't watch the video because I'm not watching that.
Oh, I don't like that sort of stuff.
But he got arrested, so that was good. And it survived as well, the cat. Find another picture, see if I've got a better one of him not pulling a weird face. How about that one?
Oh, Adrian Bond the Gamer's in the room. Hello, Adrian. Rebecca's telling me off now, so I'm being cruel. I wouldn't do that to a cat. I just thought it was funny when KG Master said, "Oh, you know, cats are starting to fly." And it's our sense of humour.
Yeah, you're not a cat person, though, are you? Not that you would ever resort to that.
Oh,
but you,
no.
But you're not a cat person, though, are you?
No.
You're a dog person.
Robbie Duck. That's a cool name.
Is it good? I do like the cool names that some people have.
A group of parrots is known as... I'll turn it in. How am I meant to pronounce that, Rebecca? A group of parrots is known as a pandemonium. Oh, a pandemonium. Well, when I was looking to read it, it looked a lot more complicated than when I started to say it. I could say pandemonium. Actually, there was an interesting one the other day, weren't they? Saying what a group of... Is it a group of pandas called?
I can't read your mind, Stuart.
No.
Because you haven't given me the actual word, so you can't then go. Is it pandas? I don't know. You haven't even said what the word is.
I actually knew that polar bears have black skin.
Yeah,
I did know that.
yeah.
Oh, guys, I'm going to do 12 days of Tubemas, as in the 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah, I get the Christmas reference, but what's tube?
YouTube. So
Tube.
Yeah,
okay.
So 12 days of Tubemas.
Oh, okay, cool.
And we're going to be in it.
Oh, cool.
What song would you like? This is from NTS FM.
We get to choose a song, do we?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I haven't thought of that. You call me up on the hop.
What song would we like?
Does it have to be a Christmassy one?
Well, does it have to be Christmassy, Rebecca? Not Rebecca, Celeste. There's more than two people in the room, I get confused. I'm
just trying to...
I
think I've just turned my computer into a Norwegian. So what happened there? It came up with some Norwegian thing. Oh, that's right. That's right. Don't know how I managed that.
Where is it? Reindeer eyeballs turn blue in winter to help them see at lower light levels.
Really?
So it says. Or so Rebecca says.
Oh, that's really interesting if that's true. So I'm just working on a bit of reference here. So no one's going to move for a sec. They actually turn blue, or like as in the light reflecting or something?
So it says reindeer eyeballs turn blue in winter to help them see at lower light levels. It could be any song you like, says Anti-SFM. A FNAF song, a Christmas song, a song from the charts, anything.
Okay. Still have to think about it though. I can't think of anything at the moment.
Well,
I'm not very good with songs. I don't really know.
Our sort of anthem or theme tune, wasn't it? It was Simply the Best. Do you remember that always had that?
Was it?
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. We used to play things. It was always we had Simply the Best playing on the.
Really?
As a back thing, yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
I mean, we had the old Premiere 4.2 and we was doing little bits. It was always Simply the Best.
Honestly, I can't remember.
Can't remember that.
No.
Bonnie Vlogs is now looking up Nature Vax. XX/Gamer3. Hello. Silent Night in Latin is very nice, says John Sweden, which could be a...
In Latin, yeah, okay.
Well, what are you, is that reference you're trying to...
Yeah, I just thought... I don't think they can see this. But I'm just putting... Like we've done before... Oh, what was it doing that? So I'm just trying to get...
Oh, will you copy it out and place it?
Just put it in the background.
Yeah.
And then you can sort of see through like this. And then... I don't know. In fact, I don't know if is that making the screen go a bit dark for everyone on the...
I'll better tell you in a minute if it catches up.
Yeah, it does. It goes a little bit dark, but that's okay. But basically, what it's doing is it's making the screen like the software ZBrush goes kind of transparent, so you can see what's on your desktop behind it, which is quite cool because you can then use reference and just stick it behind, and almost like tracing paper, just see sort of profiles of the shapes of the head and stuff. So I can now sort of see the side of 2D's head, and just sort of kind of move and adjust the shape of my sculpt to kind of match the silhouette that I've got on the desktop. So it's quite useful to do.
And their eyeballs are golden in the summer. And Rebecca's even given us a reference to go check it out.
I'll have to check that out because that just sounds like something out of like a sort of cartoon.
Did you know gorillas can catch colds?
I was going to say catch balls or something. Start playing like softball or something.
We've actually got a creative question here. Oh, hello, Fernando. Thank you very much for joining us. I haven't seen you for a little while. It's good to see you. Is ZBrush easier than Blender?
Yeah, miles easier.
Now, but Blender's a free piece of software, is it? Is it license free or? Oh, what's his nose?
Well, I haven't finished it yet. I was just literally I was sort of pulling out. What was on there? I was just pulling out bits and pieces just to, so I know where things go. But yeah, obviously it doesn't quite look right at the moment. But it was just more for a side profile.
Yeah.
So from a side profile, it kind of looks okay. But you go like that, and you go, ugh. Sorry, yeah, so the question was, is ZBrush or ZBrush easier to use than Blender? I think most 3D software is easier to use than Blender. From what I've heard, to be honest, I've only used Blender like I say a couple of times, and that was in just helping someone out, and I didn't like it. I just found that the controls for it were completely alien to most other 3D packages, which is not a good thing. I think I don't know why they decided to make all the sort of controls on it different to what everyone else does. But anyway, it's not a great package to use unless that's all you're going to use, sort of thing. And then you can, like anything, you just get used to it. But I find ZBrush, it's weird actually. It's a difficult question because it really does depend on your own sort of personal preferences. And a lot of people don't like ZBrush. There's another package called Mudbox, which a lot of people prefer because it's more like a traditional package where the menus are and stuff, whereas ZBrush is very much its own thing. But because it's sculpting, I find it seems quite natural where everything is, and I don't know, I just get on with it in terms of like it just feels natural. But I know some people don't like ZBrush, so yeah, it's a difficult question really.
I suppose, like you say, it's what you get used to, isn't it? And then what you enjoy using. I think if something came along now, it would have to be so much better than ZBrush for you to even consider looking.
Yeah, and I've used that Mudbox, and I didn't really like it. I found it very what was it? I've just the way it feels very natural when you're using ZBrush. It feels like you're actually sculpting in clay, whereas with Mudbox it seemed to struggle quite a bit with the brushes. Didn't feel very natural, but it may have been just, again, I didn't know much about it, so I wasn't probably maybe not using it properly. But you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, sort of thing. And that's how I feel with ZBrush. I've never felt like I've needed something that another package offers. ZBrush always seems to be ahead of the curve. They always release stuff, and you're like, wow, that's amazing. And also, for me, when I bought ZBrush, it was years ago, I paid for it back in 2007, I think it was, so 10 years ago, and I've never had to pay for the updates, ever. They release them for free, which just shows you how good they are as a company.
Well, I was going to say, because my dad uses AutoCAD as a software, and he pays £3,000 something a year, just to be updated, and just to be on the monthly updates and the new updates on this software. So Siobhan Thulson, okay, thanks. I'm a 3D drawer, so it was good. He uses Autodesk program. Have you tried it? Funny enough, Autodesk that's like
Maya, Max,
and
Flame,
AutoCAD, stuff. And the whatever is Inventor one of theirs?
Maybe
the 3D package.
Basically, Autodesk pretty much own 3D and anything to do with 3D in the industry. Really, they bought loads of packages, and then with Mudbox they bought that as well. So there's loads of packages they bought out basically, and they're a very big company.
Answering John Sweder's question from earlier. What is happening about this film? Which film are you referring to, John?
I'm sure you're talking about.
Just what film are you referring to? That'd be quite. Define it for us. Will you guys ever get Musically, even just to give it a go? Just wondering. I was thinking about that as some form of sketch as well. Anti-SFM got an idea, which I haven't managed to speak to Peter about yet, and I need to speak to Peter about it first. But yeah, that's something which is in the offing. Poor KG Masters on his 41 remake of the script, 41 times or something.
Wow,
had to re-script. Because it's not the way you imagined it 6 years ago.
Well, again, that kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier about, your art's never finished really, and it's the same with script writing. You can get into that kind of thing of never being happy with it. But I think that there is a point where you just have to release it. You just have to go, do you know what? I'm just going to release it.
Just going to have to do it, yeah. Let's hope John Swede can get back to us before we wrap up the stream.
Yeah, I haven't got very far on this one. I don't know why. Maybe I was just feeling a bit chilled out.
Well, you did say you're feeling a bit poorly as well.
Yeah, that's it. I'm feeling ill.
And it's not like... I mean, you've been on the computer all day.
Yep.
All day. So, when's the next gallery? At the moment, we're planning to release it in 2 weeks' time. Or on... Friday in 2 weeks, so not this Friday but next Friday, but yeah, that's not going to be Christmas, is it?
Nope.
No, yeah, so that would be the intention. I think that's the 22nd actually.
Okay.
So that's the next one. Bunny Vlogs, I'm making a game and the engine to create the sprites is Blender.
Yeah, I think I mean I don't want to knock Blender because I think what they're doing with it, the fact that it's free and it is powerful, and there's no reason why you couldn't make something in it that was like a Pixar quality movie. It's like anything, it's a tool, and it really is down to the artist to be able to harness that tool. But to harness it, you need to have the skills to do that in that particular software. You need to know it, and because it's so alien to me in the way it works, I don't use it. There's no point me learning it because I use other software. And the other thing to consider, I mean, that's the thing for Minecraft and things like that. That's fine because you're doing it in your own time as a hobby. But if you're seriously thinking of becoming a 3D artist and working in the industry or working in, say, visual effects or games industry, no one, I don't think, you may get a very small studio somewhere, but I'd say probably 0.5% maybe use Blender. Most of the industry use either Maya or Max. Pretty much in the games industry, and in the film industry it's mainly Maya. So if you're learning something like Blender that has got quite an alien way of working in terms of the UI, of the sort of tools and where they are, you're going to have a really hard time then having to learn something else when you go into the industry. And if someone sees you're using Blender, no Maya, you're less likely to get hired unless your CV or your showreel is like amazing. And then it doesn't matter, because they'd be like, well, you know, if you can do that in Blender, then you'd be able to do it in Maya. But you'd have to have an absolutely mind-blowingly good showreel. Whereas if you're just using Maya all the time and your showreel's you still got to have a good showreel, but it's the whole ramp-up time. They don't want someone coming into a studio now, then having to spend 3 months learning a piece of software before then they get a bit of work out of them, because obviously that's 3 months for them that they've wasted loads of money. So they're going to go with someone that knows the package that they use.
Well, I mean, it's the same if you want to apply for an office assistant job. They say, do you know Word, Excel? It's the MS Office-based stuff, because that's the industry standard.
Yeah.
Right, there was John Sweden was saying. John Sweden was saying that something about the software. What is the name of the admin software made for Morph called? Do you know that? It says the admin software made for Morph. What's it called?
I don't know.
No, I'm sure you can get a different skin for Blender. Maybe even a ZBrush skin. I know that's then gets complicated, because that's when you talk about overlaying the software, don't you, over one other software and give it a different user interface.
Yeah,
and all the rest of it.
You'd have to spend hours, days just
I understand that.
remapping all the buttons and. I don't know. Might be able to, but it seems a bit complicated.
And I can't remember the name of it because because of how many films you're making. So obviously we can't help you with the name then, can we? But the one which we've been harping on about for a good few months now is The Joy of Creation, which we've announced that it's looking like to be released towards the end of this month, and it's been on hold mainly because we're not the only ones involved. Iron Horse Cinema are doing the first part of it and we're doing the second half, so they do have to be released at the same time for it makes sense. So get on Iron Horse Cinema channel if you haven't checked it out and ask them the question, when are you going to be releasing Joy of Creation collaboration with Bubblegummonsters? And I'm sure they'll give you a similar answer, that they're working towards it for the end of the month.
Yep.
There you go. I hope that answers your question, John. And we've got because we've got our own stuff going out. We've got Jebediah and the Ouija board, which is a working title.
What we need to think about what we're going to do for Christmas, in terms of are we going to do like a kind of thing that we did last year? Because actually, it's nearly a year now since we did our first live
stream,
which was when we come up with the kind of Christmassy theme where we played games, didn't we? That was the kind of thing behind it. So
Trivial Pursuit, wasn't it? And the Family Fortunes came on afterwards, didn't it? I think it was a Trivial Pursuit one we did.
So are we going to do something similar to that again, or might leave that and just?
I think Fernando's got some artwork he's going to be sending us, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Fernando. Anti-SFM. How did you get to team up with Iron Horse Cinema? Do you know them as friends or question mark? We just approached them.
I can't remember now. It was so they subscribed to us, didn't they? And I said, oh, that's Iron Horse Cinema. They've done a few FNAF stuff as well. And I said subscribe to us. So I got in contact with them and said, oh, I noticed you subscribed to us.
I got in contact with them through the comments. Do you remember? I went through the channel. I did it through our messaging. I messaged them, yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought I...
Nah.
Alright. But anyway, we got in contact with them. And then, it went from there.
I'm just double checking now whether or not it was or not me. Messages. I think it's over.
Right, I'm going to do his eyelids.
So this is just a second. I was panicking it.
And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to extract a kind of where it's the black areas around his eyelids. If I extract, it should, in theory, make massive eyelids. There you go. He looks like Kermit the Frog.
Do you know that was 7 months ago?
Was it?
7 months.
Is that how long we've been taking to do?
No, it wasn't, because it was. We were talking about it just before Halloween.
Yeah.
Weren't we? So then, because we were looking at whether we could release it for Halloween, but then we did the. Well, they couldn't either, could they? Because they had their stuff going on, and because they also had their channel lost, at Halloween time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why they got put back a bit as well, because they lost their channel. God, I can't believe that was Halloween. So we've lost November.
Alien.
And we're halfway through December.
I know, it's just ridiculous.
Just time just flies.
Yeah. And then you're old, and then that's when you realise life is short. There's a lesson to everyone that's young. Live life to the full, which is really difficult sometimes, because I find it hard sometimes to actually get out. You know? But anyway, and also computer games I think are bad because it's so easy to just consume yourself by playing games and wasting your life away, sitting indoors, and then you'll get to the age of 60 and realise that the only things you've achieved in life are level 20 on Minecraft or whatever the game is in 40 years time.
Well, actually, because I was talking about that at work, and how like you can waste so much time on games consoles, and you know, like you say, days, at least you're doing stuff which is creative, whereas sitting at home just playing a computer console, and how you can lose your time that way. Okay, right. Okay. For God's sake! Okay, all the emails are coming in now. It's just and it's bouncing across the screen. Right. Okay. Send it right now. Let's just catch it. Joy of Creation. Oh, that there. What's it about? Probably haven't got time to get into it just now because we're going to be wrapping up there, John. But there's enough information on our vlogs, isn't there? And we did updates in our galleries and several other places about the Joy of Creation. And hopefully, if you can catch that up then, that'd be great. I didn't hear Fernando. Oh yes, no, I've been following this on Facebook. I didn't feel it was discuss it here, Fernando. So, but I was very, very sorry to hear of your loss. And yeah, that's we're pretty much caught up.
Okay.
Pretty much caught up.
It's funny actually because he still looks really strange, but I think a lot of it is because of his hair. So I'm gonna just what time now we?
The nose is very good. I think you got the right sort of.
Yeah, it still needs a load of work. A load of work, but
2D's getting married next year on Halloween.
Really? To who? To what?
I don't know. It just says on a happier note, I'm getting married next year on
Halloween.
Halloween.
Sorry, I thought you meant this actual.
Oh, sorry, no,
I was like,
it's
yeah. Sort of like that's why I said to what? Yeah, congratulations. That's Halloween. That's a great day to get married.
We like Halloween, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well do it in a graveyard. Get married in a graveyard. That'd be cool.
There's talk about Discord again as well. Who knows who Discord is? Is it? Hold on. Who knows who Discord is?
Yeah, it's not a person.
It's not a person, is it?
Unless there is a person called Discord as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do his hair, but basically, I guess I'll probably do it by just sort of extracting things like this kind of thing, and then just
It's I'd say the hair's quite manga style, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's very
I think that's the way I'd
sharp
with
and
it.
pointed.
Just, extract the stuff. Again, a bit like I just did with his eyelids. Just extract stuff out like that. Which, okay, I know that looks really weird, but it might work like that actually. Just accept that as what happens. And then you can kind of then go in and start thinning bits like that. It's very much like an alien there at the moment.
I'd say that reminds me of the Bodyguard when she comes on stage, when Whitney Houston comes on stage wearing that robot costume.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
It's just that bit at the front there like that. I just suddenly thought, oh, it's Whitney Houston.
You come with some really weird stuff sometimes.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'll see you later, Fernando, because I appreciate you have to stay up so late to join us, and it's always lovely to see you in the room, and hope it's not as long next time.
Yeah, I need to work on his eyes as well. His eyes aren't right. But anyway,
Add down there.
It's just the original eyeballs I put in. I just need to move back to some kind of there. I think.
Because that's the other thing about it. Is it meant to have just black eyes? Is it just this reference you've got?
No, he has actually got black eyes.
Is it just black eyes?
Yeah. But they're also, I think, sunken back a bit more. So I need to move everything back there probably a bit more.
Oh, hold on. Why was that deleted? Didn't know that you guys. Okay, I don't know. Here we are. When you go to the public toilets, which do you go in, the boys or girls exactly? Ah, yeah, clever, Celeste. Yes. But I can understand why Rebecca's blanked that one. She's a good moderator, though. I do. But that's our sense of humour, but just not on the live back. Anti-SFM was just making a remark which isn't quite suitable. So Rebecca,
it's not,
but it is our sense of humour, and
not
under
PC.
yeah. So under normal circumstances, if we was chatting over other medium, we would have been able to engage with that and have a joke.
Right. Okay, I'll wrap up now. Then I just wanted to move his eyes back a little bit because I just felt like they were little. I think the problem is that in the actual original model there, his eyes were sunken back a little bit more. That's what made it look a little bit wrong.
It's almost like he's got large sort of sunken sockets, and then the eyes then come out again.
Yeah.
From that, it's not like it's almost the socket is one, or the hole where the eyes sit is one thing, and then it's like the eyes are put on top of that.
Ooh.
So, guys, remember to vote on the community tab for our Christmas Bubblegummonster. The choice is going to be Krampus, Rudolph, Snowman,
Krampus,
Elf, and Jack Frost. So that'll be for next Monday.
Yeah, because it would definitely be good to have a Christmassy themed one, wouldn't it?
Thomas, yeah. Oh, he's got black eyes due to 8-ball fractures because Murdoch hit him with the car twice.
It's just so dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because is Murdoch the green one, like the zombie one?
Is it because there's what's the actual ape one? There's like an ape one, isn't it?
trying to figure out. Sometimes his nose seems to be pointing upwards, and sometimes it seems to be pointing downwards.
Is it because you've taken this from live footage, haven't you? The references. I wonder if it's the way he's holding his mouth and it pulls the nose down.
Yeah, oh yeah, it will definitely have different. Yeah, no, you're right. It is that.
I'm a ticking time bomb, ready to go back in time before a killer potato from space and see a parallel world where every person is a clown but not me and everyone else is after me.
That's so weird. I'm exactly the same.
Man, I was just saying it earlier. We were just talking about that. Oh dear. Murdoch is the zombie looking one that plays bass and swears a lot. Well on tour. See, there's loads of people know about the Gorillaz. I don't, apart from the fact that I said I saw them once in the Park. That's all I ever know really about it. I pretty know more of their songs than I do know that it's them singing it, if you know what I mean.
Well, they don't release that often. They only seem to release like every few years.
Mind you, saying that if they're doing those type of videos, you can
I think that's
from your own
Yeah.
experience, it's not going to be quick ones.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. I don't know if do they do a music video for all of their stuff from their albums. I don't think they do.
Just out of interest, everyone, the image you have of us in the bottom right hand or bottom left hand corner, is that still updating? Because this looks like, I think my thing's crashed.
Oh, is it?
Yes, well, I wasn't updating, but I only read the comments anyway, so I just hope I'm not out of. Yeah, no, that's better. There we go.
I'm just trying to brush in some hair to try and get some sort of normality into what he looks like. Because at that moment, he just looks like a really strange creature. Obviously, it's not going to be right because you really want this to sort of be almost 3D. This stuff coming out of his head, like actual hair strands. But I'm just sort of bulking it out just because he has got that sort of quite thick blue hair. Just to get checking sort of the proportions on the rest of his face.
Oh, there's no ape in Gorillaz. I thought there was an ape-looking one. There's no ape.
I can't remember.
A zombie clown. Now that would be good. That's John suggesting. So that's a good suggestion for a Bubblegummonster. But saying that, that's sort of a cross between Pennywise. We have done it.
Yeah, I guess so. He is kind of a zombie, isn't he? Well, yeah, more like vampire-y type thing. But he definitely doesn't look that sort of sprightly and alive, does he? He does look a bit ill.
Have you seen it yet?
No, still haven't seen it. Have you?
No, still haven't seen it. I still want to go and see the new Star Wars as well.
It's not out yet.
Book tickets for it.
Oh, I've seen it on Saturday.
You're seeing it Saturday?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it comes out this Friday, doesn't it? Do you know what I'm not sure about on that new Star Wars? It's those funny little penguin things. I forget what they're called. They begin with P or something, don't they? And it's not
penguins.
I knew you were like that as soon as I said it.
Yeah, penguins begin with P.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that much of the trailer.
Oh really?
Mm.
Why? You've just been avoiding it or something? Or you just haven't
I haven't had the opportunity to actually see it. If you know what I mean. It's not. Oh, because most of the stuff I watch is on demand, so there is no adverts. If you know what I mean. Well, if there are adverts, I normally fast forward them.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it looks alright, but I don't know. I'm not holding out too much hope for it.
Again, it goes back to what you were saying earlier, isn't it? The idea is you sort of get the the bulk, the you know, I can't find the word. You're saying you get and then you add the details. You get the main shape.
What's that to do with Star Wars?
I thought you said he looks.
Oh no, sorry, I was talking about Star Wars.
Ah. Oh dear.
But that as well, yeah, no, you're right. But yeah, I might change some. I might make him look a bit more wide-eyed and because he is kind of generally more wide-eyed actually.
I've got to go.
Yeah,
I've got to go.
Okay, we're stop. Let me just save it.
We didn't have an answer for the Tube Mass anti-SFM. Get all tongue-tied now because we couldn't think of a song, could we? At the moment, so we'll have a think about it and get back to you and try not make it too long to get back to you.
Sorry, I've just shrunk that down.
It's all right. There we go. Hey.
Yeah, that's good.
Sarah Fowler has just come into the room and
Hello, Sarah.
asked what we're making.
We were making. Oh, hang on. Let me just flip back. We're not finished, but we were making 2D from Gorillaz, which is there. I haven't finished his face. I haven't finished his body. In fact, I haven't really done much at all. But he's getting there. His head's too small now. Like I say, when you're working with stuff, you start going back and forth. You suddenly realise you need to make bits bigger and bits smaller, and way of life really.
But that's why you champion this software, isn't it? Because it is so versatile.
Versatile, yeah.
You can just keep going back.
So, there you go.
Right. Yes, I'm pretty much all caught up on there, I believe. And remember to vote on our community tab. I'll get them up as soon as possible. That's going to be voting for our Christmas Bubblegummonster, which will be next Monday, the 18th of
Where are we on Monday now? I keep forgetting
December.
It's on Friday. So this week we're busy trying to finish off films, but we haven't really got release dates for them, have we? Because it's all very much when it's done kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then Friday. So what is Friday going to be? Another gallery, is it?
Not this Friday.
So,
It's whether or not we can get them, bring them back to
try and get tips and tricks,
or
the Halloween one.
The Halloween one. It's good. There we got things, but there will be something Friday, one way or another.
Yeah.
And thank you, Rebecca, for doing a wonderful job. She's updating everyone with all the bits and pieces and the links that people need. And thank you
for
Sarah. Joining us.
And thank you, Sarah, for subscribing, because it just popped up.
Sarah subscribed.
Sarah subscribed. So thank you, Sarah.
So Sarah, is that Sarah Fowler?
Sarah Fowler.
Sarah Fowler. So Fowler. Is it because the name's gone from my thing? We're aiming to do this every Monday, aren't we now?
Yeah.
It's every Monday at 6 p.m.
Different characters.
GMT.
Oh yeah. So remember to vote as well on the next character. So I'll finish this one off, and then next character will be a Christmas themed one.
Christmas themed, yeah. And I will put the link up on here so people can.
So not a shark.
Not a shark, no. But I would like to do a shark one day with a Christmas hat on. Yeah, just did make me chuckle. Anyway, yeah. So
That's it.
that's it.
That's it. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.